Hi everyone, this is the chess master Alessandro Santagati, and in this video we'll see again that I played against the strong international master Axel Delorme from France. I played this game in the last round of Cappelle La Grande, and I played as white. I played d4, e5, d4. I played the Goring Gambit. I made a series about that, so if you want to study it, you can. And e takes d4, knight f3, knight c6, and c3. In this case, Delorme chooses for d5, so he refuses the gambit, and I take on d5, queen takes d5, c takes d4, so a common position with the isolated pawn on the center, and he played knight f6. Now knight c3, bishop b4, bishop e2, and knight d4. This move is interesting in making pressure against c3, and now I have to defend it, so bishop d2 is the best move to do that. And in this position, you played bishop takes c3. And that's very interesting. It's better take with the bishop or with the pawn. Wait, what happens if I take with the bishop? I don't like it, because after that, this bishop seems a pawn, and it's completely passive. And I cannot improve my position, my pawn structure in the future in this case. So take with the pawn with the bishop is very bad for me. For this reason, I took with the pawn because in the future I can try to do c4, d5, and go forward in this way. Now castle, and bishop g4. I played h3, bishop h5. h3 is important because for a reason, I give a square for the king in the future, maybe can be important for the last rank mate, but at the same time I force the bishop to take a choice about what diagonal take, because this diagonal is very good for the bishop. There are a lot of squares, but if black would attack the knight, has to go to h5, and now this diagonal is small, so it's fine for me. So it's the idea. After that, I have to pay attention about what to do. Maybe I can try something like bishop e1, maybe to avoid the trade, but I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, maybe it's playable to play with the bishop pair. In the game, I played c4, queen d6, and now I played d5. Bishop e1 is interesting, but I'm not sure if it can work, because okay, if rook d8, I think c4 doesn't work, or yeah, because queen d6, now d5. And yeah, that is interesting about bishop e1, because the idea about bishop e1 is play the same maneuver, but without allow knight takes d2. And in this case, it's hard to play bishop takes f3, because in that case I have the bishop pair, so it could be good for me. So yeah, bishop e1 is interesting, so we must pay attention about this move, because the idea is play c4 d5 without allow knight takes d2. In the game, I played c4 immediately, queen d6, and d5. Bishop takes. This move is fine because, okay, if knight back, I have the time to play rook b1, then bishop b4, and my position is fine. So, we played correctly bishop takes f3, bishop takes f3, and now knight takes d2. I have to take the knight, and now knight e5. This knight is strong, I think, so for me it's not a problem if the knight can take my bishop, and for this reason I played queen c3. And I played knight e7. His idea is take c5. c5 is a good square for the knight. It's impossible to remove this knight from c5, but okay, now I need a strategy, and my strategy was take the e file, so I played rook e1, and now rook e8. Rook e3 to double my rook in the e file, and rook takes, queen takes, and he played to avoid that, queen e5. Now I think I have to take, knight take, and now it's better at bishop, so I want the trade, and I defend c4, with bishop e2. Knight e7, that is allow rook e8 and play knight c5. I would take immediately the open file, so I played bishop g4, and after knight c5 I played the rook e1. Now it's important to avoid rook e7, so it's important king f8. Now play king f1 to improve my king, and now rook d8. Rook d8 is very nice because if black play rook e8, I think it's easier for white to find a draw position, find a draw. I think rook d8, the idea is make problem with the rook d6 because you can attack in this way and in this way, so can make pressure in this way. Sorry, okay. And now I need a plan because my position is passive and I'm not sure about what to do. So I played the rook e3. My idea was simply make pressure against a7 against b6 to force to push a6 b6 and then maybe black can only attack by f2. So rook d6, I played the rook a3, a6 to defend the pawn, and now rook a5. The knight is under attack, so he played b6 and now I go back. And now rook f6. This move is dangerous because can make pressure against f2, but at the same time can go to f4, attack my weakness, take the square d4. So now my position is dangerous, and I think I have to avoid rook f4, so I played g3, and now knight e4. Here, the easier way to defend the position probably is bishop f3, and if check, and if that, I can play this move and it's fine. And if the black will take here, I was scared about this in game, but probably if I play well I can take a draw. Because king e7, king e3, king e6, king e4, my king is active, so probably I can draw this game. But I was not sure, so I played f4 because I was not sure about the game. And he played a5. Now I played king e2 to avoid the 4 because in theory here black can play this move, but it's not so good because yes, black can take c4, but they can play k6, and now my rook can be active, so I think this position is fine for white. So he played correctly a5, and I played king e2, and now I played the rook g6. Very important pressure against g3, now f5 can be a threat. And I was not so sure about what to do here, and I played f5 to defend and to avoid f5 of black. So I played the rook f6 to attack my pawn, and I made a very important mistake because I played the rook f3 and I completely missed the move h5 because after bishop takes, there is rook takes f5, rook takes f5, knight takes g3, and now black is up a pawn, so now the black can play for win. So yeah, it was a very important mistake. I missed h5, but I was lucky because he didn't see it immediately and he played the knight c5 and now it's again probably a draw position. Draw, but black is slightly better because the black can try to make problems. So rook d6, bishop f3 to improve the bishop, rook d8, g4. Okay, try to do something with the pawn on the king side, h6, h4, f6, king f2. For one moment, I was thinking about g5, but I think it's completely bad because after that, bishop h5, black can simply play knight d7 and knight f6 and can simply defend the position, and now the black is a pawn up, so now I have to lose the game. For this reason I didn't play it and I played king f2. Now black is without ideas, so I think it's okay try to trade the rooks, take, and king e3. I improve my king as soon as possible. Another problem is that there aren't holes in which the black king can go, can enter in the position, hold the position is blocked, so if I play well I can take a draw now, play the bishop g2, knight e7, bishop f3, I wait, bishop e2 to defend both the pawns, and now c6. For me it's now do trade on c6, so I wait and I play a4 to block b5, and now knight e7. Now I played. I'm not sure because maybe I can play this move bishop f3. I'm not so sure because I didn't play it immediately. To force c5, king e4, knight e5, bishop e2. Yes, very easy this. Yeah, I'm not so sure because I didn't play it immediately, but I can do that. Yeah. Probably I forgot in the game, and I played the bishop d3, knight c5, bishop c2, knight a6, and now I played bishop a4 to force the black to push or to trade. Push the pawn, king e3, king e5. Now can be dangerous the attack against f5, so I played h5 to avoid h5 of black, and knight b8, bishop d3, knight e7, and now bishop e2. And now b5, a very interesting idea from the lore. Very nice, because the game is still a draw, but black can sacrifice this pawn because without a risk for black, white can't win this game, also without pawn up. And I have to take the pawn, knight b6. Now my strategy was block the pawn with the king and defend the pawn g4 with the bishop. So king f4, king c3, king e3, bishop d1, and now king e4. I go back with the bishop, a4, and now bishop d1 again, king e5, and now bishop e2 again. I can wait, king f4, I go back, when a3, now it's dangerous, so I play d6 to force the king to go back, because okay, yes, for this time I can push a2, but now black has to take this pawn, and black need time to do that, so king e5. And I made a mistake because I can draw easily with the king takes a2, king b3. I think it's an immediate draw without problem because I can play king c3, and no way to do something for black, so now I think it's a draw immediately. I made a mistake because I played d7. It's still a draw, but it's harder. Knight takes d7, king takes, king d4, king b3, knight b6. Now I have a problem about defend c4 and g4, but okay, I played bishop e2 to defend c4. Now king e3, bishop d1, king d2, bishop f3, king d3. And now to pay attention, I played bishop d1 is the easier way to draw the game, because if black takes the pawn now, I win the game by bishop e2. There is this nice trick. The upturn, king takes e4, white is winning because the white can go easily to promote the pawn. Yeah, so after bishop d1, he played king d2 again, bishop f3, and now the game was a draw because black can play king e3. I go back with the bishop, and black cannot win, white can win, so it's okay, it's here a draw. Thank you for the attention. For this video is all. See you for the next. Bye. Remember to follow me on social networks and share the video with your friends. Thanks.